Welcome to another Online Personals Want CEO interview. Today we're joined by Ross Williams, who is the CEO of White Label Dating. Welcome to the interview, Ross.
Thanks, Mark. Hello.
So wanted to ask you right off the bat, I just observed there's a company called a Futures Company, and they've come out with a white paper of sorts, and the title, the pitch of the white paper is they say, "Is happiness your business? It better be, says the Futures Company." That's their tagline. Now, this is a kind of a point that we should chat about, because of all the businesses in the internet dating business, you've got a kind of a double whammy on this particular point. I think this is a point that we should all ponder. You know, there's 21,000 books on Amazon that mention the word happiness. So, you know, we've got to kind of consider what business are we in. What's your thoughts on that with White Label Dating? How does that relate to your business, do you think?
I think, as you say, there's two areas of that for us, because we have consumers, we've got members of the dating sites, and we want to make them happy. We've also got partners that run the sites, and you know, a lot of our partners have given up they've started with us, given up full-time jobs and then focused, and you know, they're not quite at the 4-hour work week, but they're able to work where they want, when they want, and it gives them that freedom. As I talked to you in Malta, I think you can understand that. So, yes, we've got the two areas. I think, do we sell happiness? Perhaps. Online dating, we hope to. I think more than that, maybe we sell the dream of happiness. We sell the promise, if we're honest about it. If you were a single guy and I said, what would you pay to meet the woman of your dreams, who's going to be the mother of your children, and you grow old together and you spend the rest of your life blissfully happy? Frankly, most people would pay anything they could to have that. But yeah, I think happiness is a big part of what we do for our consumers, but also our partners. You know, for them to be able to give up their jobs and focus full-time on running dating sites on the platform is pretty cool. And it's for our staff as well. You know, you've got to be happy doing what you do. We're almost 100 staff now, full-time. So we've grown a lot, and you know, you hope, yes, we're making money, but everyone enjoys what they're doing.
And thanks for sharing with us recently. I understand you're at a run rate of about £30 million revenue a year at this stage.
Yeah.
And what proportion of that is born from your partners, from white labels?
It's around 85% of that, 85 to 90%. You know, we are far and away predominantly a white label business. That's where our focus is, that's where we focus our investment in development. You know, the partner team, that's the majority of it, for sure. And
how many partners do you have at this stage?
It grows each day. I mean, we've got thousands in our system. There's probably a couple of hundred partners who generate decent levels of revenue for us. You know, but it's a long-tail business. You know, one of the things we did to differentiate ourselves is build a large partner team. And I've got some partner managers that might have a dozen, maybe 20 key partners tops,
yeah.
And other partner managers that might have 50 to 100. So, and that's based on not just their revenue, it's actually their potential. When we look at partners, it's not how much money they're generating, it's how much because we're a partnership, how much could they do in the future with the right support. I mean, it's incredibly rewarding. We're having partners now generating tens of thousands of pounds a month, who weren't doing anything this time last year. And that's pretty good, because also in online dating, whatever you generate this month, you should be generating more than that next month. So it does grow quite exponentially.
Gotcha. So you've grown considerably, and of course the bigger you get, the more difficult surely it must be to innovate and introduce those innovations.
It is. You know, it is, because what you need to do, you don't want to innovate at the expense of your existing business. And one of the things with us, you know, with our developers, it used to be we could knock something together in a week, put it live, test it, everything else. We've got over 6,000 sites on our platform now. So anything we do, we have to make sure, we have to test it thoroughly, we have to make sure it runs all okay on the platform. But we've structured the business to allow the innovation. I mean, we're going to be announcing some very, very exciting new features at our partner conference in October. And that's where we get all our top partners come and you know, we get them all in one room and tell them what's happening for the year. And we've got some cool stuff to announce then that is innovating for the future. We spend about £1.5 million a year on development, and a good chunk of that is new features. Probably about 2/3 new features, 1/3 business as usual.
So when I mean, the company's been going 8 years now. In fact, I think you're just about to celebrate the eighth year.
Last week.
Last week.
We turned 8 years old. But you know, there's two halves to this business. Because we started without any financial backing, Steve and I built this business on credit cards, much like our partners do. So, you know, we've been in their place building up the company, buying Google advertising. First 4 years, it took us from 0 to 3 million a year in the first 4 years. And then that was from 2003 to 2007. And then between 07 and 11, we went from 3 million a year to 30 million a year. So that gives you some sense of our exponential growth and how that's going to continue.
Would you have guessed? I mean, was that your goal, to be at this level? I mean, where 8 years ago would you have guessed you'd be at this stage?
I'm sure the right answer is to say no, but yes, for me. But I think because we were very, very confident. The way we did things, on the surface, I don't think at the time people realised what was going on underneath. You know, it looked like fairly slow and graceful on the surface. And we didn't make a song and dance, you know, we didn't really come out until about 4 years ago in the industry. People didn't really know about us then, but that was the intention. You don't want to shout too much until you're in a position that you can actually manage the growth you've got. So I've always seen, you know, we've grown from being UK business to international. We're in Ireland, South Africa, Australia, growing New Zealand, Canada, US. So we have grown, and we've done it really by people. You know, there's been other white label companies that have come and gone, and I think they've taken a technology approach, whereas what they didn't really understand is 90% of our success is due to the people that we have in our business and partners we work with. Yeah, we invest a lot in development. Yes, we invest heavily in customer care. But it's those personal relationships that I think have really made the difference.
In what year will you pass £100 million a year revenue?
2013.
Gotcha.
2014, I would think. But you know, there's lots that happen between then and now. You know, a lot of the new features that we're announcing in October could have a dramatic effect on our partners' opportunity to go out and acquire more members from more sources. So there's lots of things we can do to make our partners' lives easier to acquire more traffic at lower cost, and then we work harder to convert that. I think you've identified great opportunity in mobile, there's a great opportunity in social, and a great opportunity for us in international.
Well, Match.com's at what, $400 million, so that's about £280 million, so sounds pretty healthy.
Yeah, I think we opened Match in the UK probably 9 months ago, I believe.
Yeah.
So we're a lot larger than Match are in the UK, and so you know, there's another. You look at UK businesses and public companies, you know what they're doing. I think we're one of the largest, if not the largest, dating company in the UK now. 30 million a year, 90% of that coming through the UK market at the moment.
You've got a mass of entrepreneurs joining your service. What would be your top 3 pieces of advice to somebody who is new to the industry, knows how to drive traffic, maybe has some initial experience but is new to the internet dating industry? What are the top 3 things that they should do to be successful with white label dating?
Marketing, marketing, marketing. Spend your money. I mean, with white label, even if they're thinking generally, so many people, and I go to IDA, I go to these different events, yeah, I'm going to start a dating site, and I've got these guys who've developed a platform, and literally 90% of your money should be on the brand and the marketing. That's why a white label platform works for most people, because actually they can focus on where the value is and outsource the software, the database, the customer care, all of that, because you just can't start a dating site without that. Once you've built up the brand and marketing, it puts you in a position of strength. You can decide, right, thanks to the white label file, I can now bring this in-house if I want.
So, on the subject of technology and bells and whistles and innovation, what are the top couple of things that you've introduced recently that you think are critical to the future of white label dating and for partners? What do you think users are most looking for most recently? What are some new features?
There's different things we do for partners. We've done a lot for partners in the last year. That's not always what the members, what the consumers want. Our partners want to make them as much money as they can. Yeah. Okay, and we've done things like we've launched trials, so people can start with either pay $3.99 for a week's access, and then it will roll on to a monthly billing and things like that. So partners love it because they get loads more revenue. What customers need is better search. Niching has been a big thing for us this year. It used to be, you joined a white label site and it was basically a different header, for a different skin, but the database was the same. That's no longer the case. If you wanted, you could start a site for red-haired single parents who live in London, and your site will only be full of red-haired single parents from London. So it allows our partners to differentiate based not just on their brand, but on the content of the site as well, which I think is important. Niching has been great. We've got some other features which I don't want to talk about now, only because you'll be hearing about them in October. A lot of work's been going into stuff. We've developed things with Facebook. That's quite exciting.
Thank you. Ross Williams, you're the CEO and co-founder of White Label Dating and Global Personals. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.